Alright. Last week, you managed to find where reportedly the Ice Maiden herself lives. On this island that's not only cold, but it's incredibly cold. Colder than even the coldest parts of Icewind Dale you've come across. And you found a loyal and trusted ally called Sopo, who perfectly guided around you the island, pointed out certain features you should step kindly on, and promptly betrayed you and tried to draw Stacks away, and in conjunction with this ginormous Yeti, tried to beat the crap out of Stacks. But Stacks, of course, was too clever than that, managed to disengage by climbing underwater and escape. No signs of where they are now, so who knows. You also had an encounter with some hags just before that, which you managed to defeat and save a rather tragic couple who was just moving rock piles. But you managed to save them and their children, and even convinced Angajuk to take them in and transport them away to the place where you initially met Angajuk in the cabin there, which hopefully you'll be able to meet up from there. I think that is where we left off. So, Icebreakers. What would you like to do?
Well, my preference is shooting down that little traitors.
So duplicitous little creature. I guess we should keep an eye on. Yeah.
You're super quiet there, Stello.
Oh, I'm quiet. Let's see. I'll try. Still quiet?
I tuned you up manually in Discord. I'm not sure how it is for other people, but you're okay for me now.
Yeah, you're fine for me too.
Yeah, okay. I was just probably a little low. But I guess, yes, try to keep an eye out for him and this strange Yeti, or what's it called?
Not sure what the plural is. Probably Yeti. Yetis. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeti.
why don't I assume as you guys are wandering around this island, you're going to be trying to keep an eye out for various things, if not nothing else, the Yeti and maybe this little Sopo character as well. So instead of us having rolling perceptions checks again and again and again, why don't you all make me a perception check now with disadvantage, and I'll just take a note of those and see if you spot anything in the meantime. So perception check from everyone, please, at disadvantage. Nice.
Good boy. Okay, I'm fully there now. Did I miss the last 20 seconds?
Cool.
I guess we should also be on the lookout for this this cave that Sopo mentioned with the weasel.
Yes. Well,
Yes,
according to Sopo, the weasel, is in the northwest side of the island. Whether Sopo is telling the truth or not, you don't know, but that is indeed where he told you. So still need perception at disadvantage from Ignis and Theodore.
Just a second.
No problem. Oh, nice and even. And internet issues. Okay. Oh, I can roll one for Ignis. Perception. At disadvantage, so I'll roll it again. Yeah. Very good perceptions. Okay, so I'm taking note of those. 220s and 215s. Nice and symmetrical. Okay. So yes, so I'll have it as you're wandering around the island, trying to either spot the Lopo or the Yeti. Use those perceptions.
In any case, if we don't find a weasel, I guess the big, was it a temple or a castle that Sopo told us not to go to, seeing as he betrayed us, it might be a good idea to go there, I guess.
Yours, say. Apology. But yeah, seems like a place where we need to go. If he was trying to keep us away from it.
Do you guys know anything about wizardry magic? This Nas Lantomir, would his weasel persist when he dies?
It sounds illogical.
If it's anything like Snuggles there, it would keep working, but it would just stay still without any orders.
Everybody make me an Arcana check, please. Nope. Nope. Okay, thanks for that. Every so often I should just say, make a random check just to throw you off the scent. It will mean absolutely nothing, but it's like, oh, why is he asking us to make Arcana checks? So,
What's your passive perception?
well, that's why I have them written down and name things there, so it's where
Indeed.
those. One of my other players has a passive perception of 27. Very hard to see things faster. She's level 14 or something, so yeah. Anyway.
So the temple was... did he say it was in the center of the island?
That's
It
what
was,
he did
but
say. I know it's a week for you players, but not long for your characters. So yes, he did say it's right in the center of the island. It's a massive castle.
I also think that if we go there in a straight line, that we're definitely going to be ambushed. He knows what we're looking for.
Hug the coast and go north for a while and then go east instead of just going northeast.
That seems wiser. Then he's got only one direction to get us from.
Definitely. And, well, my personal preference would be to take them out before we wander into any more dangerous places. I feel like if they ambush it at an opportune moment, it will go very badly for us.
Perhaps you can see if you can track the Yeti. See if it should have left some tracks when it ambushed you.
I can have a quick look around. Definitely. May I look for some tracks? My giant Yeti.
Check. You do find that the Yeti's tracks, despite the falling snow. I suspect if you did it in a little bit, an hour or so from now, the tracks would be lost. But they've headed off in a northeastern direction. And you do not see the tracks of any little ice thing, but the ice thing called Sopo was flying around, so it would be very unusual to find tracks. But you do find the Yeti tracks heading northeast.
Shall we track them?
Well, that would take us northeast. I mean, that would take us in the exact direction we just discussed not to go, right?
Well, true, but as long as we're following the tracks, we can assume where they are.
Or if
Won't
they're
this be-
smart, they're gonna lead us into an ambush. We'll be following the tracks and they'll jump at us from behind or something.
certain they'll try to ambush us. That's the tactic they've used before, but last time I managed to spot them as well.
How did the Yeti ambush you? Did it leap out from the snowbanks or just hide with the wind and snow?
He just hit somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. He managed to sneak up on me from behind.
Could be tricky if they are managed to dig into the snow and, well, ambush from beneath the snow. That's, yeah.
True, but if we can be stealthy as well, you know some magic to hide us pretty well. It's not too difficult to hide in the snow.
If we can keep it up all day, we have quite a few hours to travel, and it's that bonus will be limited.
Oh, I got about 2 hours or so. But I guess we could try to follow the tracks until they head in a direction too far off, and we could continue northwest or so. At least we could try to follow the tracks first, and then make a decision and see what we do then.
I mean, sure, I trust Stax's tracking abilities, so she says she can track them. Why not? And we'll be extra attentive to our surroundings, so we don't get ambushed. Hopefully.
Okay. Guess we're on the hunt.
Okay. So, after gathering your things and saying farewell to Ungajuk and the people, you start following the tracks in the northeast direction. And you followed for a good 1,000 feet or so, but the snow is really starting to come down. I'll need another survival check from you, Dex. You managed to pick up the track again. Continue in a north. Whoops. All of a sudden, grew. Yep.
We're also trying to move stealthily, I assume, with the rest of the group.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to move stealthy, you can make me a stealth check.
Want me to use my spells now or wait?
Keep in mind you can do these stealth checks at advantage because it's reasonably easy to hide in the snow.
Okay.
Ooh. Guess I'll wait a bit.
14.
You said disadvantage on the stealth?
Advantage.
Advantage, okay.
So Stax 30, Stello 14, 19, and 15. Okay, got it. Snow courses. I should do that.
Rapid as well.
Oh, 17 with disadvantage for Berlin. Okay, so moving slowly and heading further northeast. You're tracking slowly, but you're on the thing. I could say alarm. I said as I snuggles can turn it on if it's possible. Okay, got it. Okay. You're moving more slowly now, heading up this way. You do notice there's a mountain right in the center of the island. It's starting to head up towards the center, which is where this Yeti is going. So you can continue following it, but you'd have to go up the side of this mountain.
Are we still going to follow it? Last time I tracked it, it laid an ambush less than 500 feet from where you saw us, so don't
The
think
thing-
they'll ambush it.
Might be rough trying to get it on the mountain. I guess these things, it's their natural environment, might be dangerous.
Yeah, and it's their settlement, so they'll all be there. At least if we fall into an ambush underneath the mountain, not all of them will be there. I
Okay.
would suggest not stop following them and just maybe follow the not the summit. What's the lower part of the mountain? Just follow along the mountain's bottom.
The bottom or the coast? That's what we were talking
I
about
mean,
earlier.
we can go to the south of the mountain or to the north of the mountain, right?
Either here or here.
Yep.
I guess we could go directly north and see what we find. I also have a water walk in case we need to cross some bodies of water. I can cast upon up to 10 willing creatures for an hour. No concentration.
That sounds very useful.
I'm fine with going north. It's as good a direction as any.
Yes, let's go north.
So you're giving up. You're no longer tracking the Yeti.
Nope.
Okay. So I assume you're still being stealthy. Or maintain those previous stealth rolls. And you push through once again. Cold, miserable, even more so than life normally is in the 10 towns, which is really saying something. Ah, damn it! Accidentally closed my roll 20. Ah, alright.
It happens.
Let me revamp another copy of that. Alright. So you keep moving as quietly and silently as you can. Sorry, I just need to duck out for just a few minutes. Just a call from the school. I need to take just to answer something. Okay, sorry guys.
No
I'll be
worries.
back.
Okay.
Not long.
No worries.
No worries.
Let me try some reverse psychology. Nobody moved the party token and reveal the area around us.
Oh man. We definitely have to go west from here. Just travel along the coast.
Isn't this the central mountain that we're passing to the east?
Yeah, I think so. I really want to check out the entire coastline just to know the shape of this island.
Yeah, but we only have 2 days to get back to the other family, right? I think the whale said he'll only give us 2 days.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. I guess
I mean,
we could do the most important stuff and then see what time we have left to
Yeah, probably.
loot shipwrecks and stuff like that.
Yeah. I want to discover all of the islands as well, but we're on a timetable here, unfortunately. Maybe I should start making like clockwork masks for the parents because they were so frostbitten. 2 Phantoms of the Opera.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. All good?
Yep, all good. Nothing concerned about my reaction. Anywho, so you continue to move north in a stealthy way, and you come across a huge wall of ice. It's a 10-foot tall wall of ice, and it's been broken in a few places, leaving gaps through which you can see what appears to be a huge garden of ice sculptures.
Similar to the ones we already found.
This is different. They're a lot more dense than the other ones. Yeah, I have a picture actually. This is what this place actually looks like. Just this is what it looks like.
That is some beautiful art.
As I said, a 10-foot ice wall all around it. Though you notice it's been broken in a few places. We assume once it was just a complete replacement of this area. It's been broken in several places.
It's interesting, but not sure if we have the time.
Could we skirt the wall heading west?
You want to go west to the shore, or do we go east towards the mountain?
Not sure.
Stacks, this might influence decision. From inside of the garden, just about 200 feet or so away from you, you hear some cracking sounds. I'm going to say with your passive perception, it almost sounds like bones cracking.
There's something in there. I'm not entirely sure what, but could be something munching on bones or snapping bones, or perhaps just branches of wood, but for some strange reason I don't think that's what it is. I'm very curious though.
Should we send Snuggles in? He's expendable.
Yeah, but also very noisy.
Yeah, don't we want to draw out whatever that is? See what it is.
Maybe Snuggles can move in and make a big noise or clack its pincers or something. See what comes out.
If you want to go take a look at its stacks, feel free to go, but I think it's risky.
That's fair. Should probably just try to avoid it. Most of the things we've encountered in here have just tried to kill us. perhaps just it's not important. We could just keep moving.
So, are we going towards the center of the island or towards the coast? We discussed not losing time too much, if possible.
We could try to climb the mountain, but I'm not entirely sure.
Is the temple on top of the mountain, or can we see it from here?
You cannot see it from here, and according to Soko, it's right in the center of the island.
When we saw the mountain, was it in any way climbable, or was it like sheer cliffs?
You see a bit of the island mountain here, and a bit here. Those are eminently climbable, but you can't really see much beyond that. So you don't know.
Should we try to get around the mountain, see if any of the any parts of it are easier to climb? Maybe find like a path, or if we're very, very lucky, some stairs.
Yeah.
Or should we just try to climb here that we're already close to?
I think we should try to climb it. I don't think we're gonna find any stairs leading up there. At least not stairs that will fit our size.
Okay.
Should we check out these bone sounds? Was it how you described it? Inside here first with Snuggles, or just ignore it?
We should start moving because the crunching sound just stopped. I'm gonna slowly start backing away and heading more towards the center of the island.
So like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any climbing kits? Otherwise, I can fashion one from the materials I have.
Thought we had some climbing kits from when we went up the mountain for
Yeah, Calvin's Cairn.
Calvin's Cairn, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're in your inventory. I don't see it in the bag. Malcolm, do we each need our own climbing kit, or can we share?
I've got climbing gear.
Me as well.
You could share, but it'd be tricky. Like you'd have to get her a safe place, then lower the climbing down gear to the next person. You're exposed on the side of the mountain, then repeat.
I don't have any
Yes,
kind.
certainly try. Getting up on this kind of shelf of the island was relatively easy, but then there's more difficult parts up here. So to get here, it's going to require something. Now that you can no longer walk up, it has to require some kind of life check.
Well, if you want to take a short rest, I can make a climbing kit while we rest. How many others do we need? There's 4 of us. Does everyone have their own? So we only have 2 climbing kits.
Dylan has one. I'm not sure we're including that one.
Oh no, yeah, there's 5 of us. So Stax has 1. I can make 1. Wayland has 1. That's 3 climbing kits for 5 people, and Snuggles. I guess we can use those.
By the way, as we're moving away from the wall, I'm keeping my eyes mostly to our rear, just to make sure that nothing is following us.
So this is the reason I'm using those perception rolls from 15 steps. Everybody looks around. There's a patch of ice, a patch of snow. There's this mountain before you.
Let's get a bit of distance between us and the garden, and then let's try to head up the mountain.
Sure. Can I actually make those tools while I'm riding Snuggles? Yeah, too much movement. Okay.
If you like, you could, it takes an hour to do it. You can take a short rest right here if you like.
By the way, I can turn myself into a mountain goat who has innate climbing speed and give my climbing gear to Ignis.
That should do.
Yeah, then we're all covered.
I'll give my climbing gear to Ignis, and when we're ready, I'll turn into a mountain goat.
Very good. So who's going up first?
Mountain goat.
Yeah, you can probably fasten a rope to me, and in case something happens, you could grab the rope.
I mean, that might just pull you down to us.
That's true.
Unless a goat can tie a rope to a tree or something. I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
There are no trees, as you can see. And while the mountain goat can definitely climb up here, it's a bit heavy climbing here. It's icy and it's slippery. And goats are good climbers, but they're not perfect climbers. So the goat can definitely try and go up, but there's no guarantee. They're very slippery. A lot of ice, slick ice. Which makes it difficult even for a goat. The goat can definitely try. It will be the same as if the goat had climbed here.
Theodore starts observing the goat's hooves to see if he can make snowshoes with nails and stuff to keep her from sliding.
So Stello the goat is hitting up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so make me distance forward. I think the DC is also going to be less for a goat. Let's have a look. The goats. There's nothing specific about goats.
Mountain goats. I think they're specific for Icewind Dale, I think. Should have some 30 feet of climbing movement and +5 athletics. At least that's how it shows up in my wild shape stuff on D&D Beyond.
I don't see the +5 athletics as well. See the mountain goat now on the dance. I think +5 in athletics. We'll do that. So make a roll a d20 at advantage and +5. Okay, with that, the goat heads up a bit. Let's jump out here. And, yeah, no problem. You do notice that the goat can't communicate this at the moment, so we'll just leave it at that. Who's going up next?
Stacks, I think.
Same here. I think athletics or acrobatics, sometimes climbing is more about the way you place your feet. So I assume Stacks will do acrobatics at advantage.
Yep.
Are we tying ourselves to a rope? In case one of us falls, the other try to hold on to him.
Well, not so much as tying a rope. I think it's better to lower rope from people who've gone before to aid them in the climbing
Okay.
instead of being pulled down.
Stacks,
Unexpectedly.
you scamper up and you're now with the mountain goat. And you do see the mountains getting more and more difficult. This one was difficult. As it gets steeper and steeper and steeper as you go. So after Stacks, and Stella, who's next?
Theodore will go next.
Okay.
I'll use my climbing kit and Stax's rope if he's lowering it out too.
Yep.
So at advantage. Choice once again. So, Theodore, with your massive intellect, you try and climb the mountain, but you slip and start tumbling back. Stacks, you're holding on to the rope.
Yeah.
Make me a strength check, Stack. Ah, there we go. Well done. So you
It's a
do
good
slip.
thing I'm small.
Yeah, maybe. And bash your head. And you take 3 points of damage. And then Stacks puts her back into it rather amazingly. Stella looking beside her as it goes, and she's just muscling Stacks up. Which only needs English at the moment. Ignis, once again, you start trying pulling yourself up. But you two slip and start tumbling down. Stacks, make me a strength check.
Can I assist or give him advantage?
Yeah. I would have asked Theodore to help me, if that's okay.
I think that makes sense. But this is Stacks doing the check on Ignis. So Stacks, strength at advantage.
Hoo hoo hoo.
Yeah.
Guess you don't.
So it says Ignis tries to go up, slips, the rope burns through Stax's and Theodore's hands, I think it was. You stumble down and take 8 points of damage. But then eventually Stax does haul you up. And Villain says, "Okay, hold the rope, I'm coming up."
Before. Wait a second.
Okay.
Malcolm, how far up the mountain are we? Like, how many more of these kind of checks would we have to make?
No. Depends how high the mountain is, and you can't see how high the mountain is. I mean,
Yeah,
I
well,
guess most of you are here now. That's all you can see. And it is this next ridge is steep. Should I come up or not?
Guys, do we want to continue this? Because if it gets even more difficult further on, the chances of us getting seriously hurt are getting bigger and bigger.
Well, we have to find a way up, right? So if we descend the mountain instead of ascending it right now, we'll have to go around it and look for a better way up.
True. Just
I mean,
okay. Now let's
I-
keep going.
And everybody who's up the mountain, which is all of our player characters, make me a dexterity saving throw, please. And I think this will be the dexterity of the goat.
Okay, let's see. +1.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I have sure-footed though. I'm not sure that.
Let's have a look. Sure, goat has advantage. Yeah. Roll again. Still a fail. Okay, as you're debating about whether to go up the mountain or not, you didn't see this, but one of the pieces of ice, it literally looked like every other piece of ice, kind of stands up, picks at a boulder, and it comes tumbling down towards you. Ignis, you jump to one side, the goat jumps to one side, actually. Stax and Ignis, Stax and Theodore, you make it. Everybody else, so let's roll.
Forgot to roll for Snuggles, sorry.
You do Ignis too. So let's go through. Stax, take 5 points of damage. Ignis 10. Theodore 10. Theodore 5. You're 5. And Stello 10. Theodore 5.
Snuggles takes 5 as well.
Yeah, the DC is 15. So and you look up and you see. Who do you see? Who's kicking rocks at you?
Sopo.
Yeah. And unfortunately, your passive perception does not help. Because of this trait from the ice myth. Yep, as I said, there's lots of ice around. Turns out Popo was one of them. And he cackles a little bit and then starts flying up the mountain.
Yeah, I shoot it.
Okay, so we'll give you all one thing to do. Guessing Stack's gonna shoot it. Yeah, shoot away.
So steady aim and just take a shot.
It's steady aim, it's a straight line. Very hard to shoot arrows under these conditions.
Oh,
Clang.
I hate this. Nope, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Sure.
Fuck this fucker.
Okay, so you shoot the creature in its back, but it's just hauling ass up the mountain, trying to get away as fast as it can. It does take 7 points of damage. Theodore, what you gonna do?
I'll shoot him as well.
Okay. Disadvantage if it's a ranged attack, spell or otherwise.
Yes, ranged attack.
Okay.
Do I get 2 attacks? Because I get 2 attacks for an action.
Everybody's gonna get
Or
one
just
action.
one.
No,
Yeah, but I have 2 attacks per action.
Yep, you can fire 2 attacks, absolutely. Well, those rolls at disadvantage, and both of them thump into the back of this thing. It's looking bad, but it's still up. Ignis.
How far is it?
It's about 100 feet away now.
Okay. I'll send it again.
Okay. Guys, you really don't like this thing. Okay, it sees a fireball cast. Oh shit! And dodges out the side of the way. Manages to roll a 20 on its saving throw, so it only takes 15 points of damage. And you see this ice method. As you hit it, it doesn't so much melt as explodes. So the fireball goes off and the ice method is just evaporated. I need you to all make me a dexterity saving throw. It's hurling fireballs up the side of a treacherous mountain. It's often not advised. So dexterity saving throws from everybody, please. As rocks and debris start tumbling down as this very violent TNT equivalent comes up.
I still support it.
Let's go. So, once again, Theodore. So once again, the DC is 15. So you make it take half of it. And Belen, she's... and after that, Popo's grand plan is undone because of a fire. I guess if you got an enemy, that's a way to get rid of it. Of course,
Honestly,
Stello would have been of zero help being a goat. So.
Oh yeah, I revert to Stallo form again.
Okay, cool. But the
Everything can be solved by problem.
Popo is gone. But you did take a damage as a result. So what do you want to do? You're still a wee way up the mountain. What would you like to do?
Stallo's gonna pop out of the snow that's covering me and just say, Ignis! You got him.
Nobody's gonna. My friend. Okay. He crossed me.
Usually, I'd say a bit of an overkill. Today, I fully support it.
I didn't think through the. No one. Oh, sorry. Well,
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh no, this is great. This is a great story.
Okay, so, what's next?
So should I come up the mountain or not?
We're discussing it. Just hold on for a second.
Okay, it's bloody cold. But sure, take
It's
your time.
worse up here. It's worse up here. Trust me.
I think we might need to find some better way to get up. This seems dangerous if we continue. I mean, there must be some easier way to get up than just climbing these sheer cliffs. It's yeah.
Well, we could try to growing wings, you know. That was joke. I mean, Popo was telling us last time he got the wing for that. It was obviously a lie. So.
Let's get down and just circle the mountain for and search for a best way up. Who knows? We might find something interesting.
Sure. I'm all for that.
I'm gonna find one of the rocks that tumbled down and try to stabilize the rope a little bit and hold on to it to make sure that everyone can descend safely with the rope.
Okay, with the rope and various other things, you can scale down a lot easier. So just slip sliding down and get to the bottom of the mountain once again.
Yeah, Stax would take the rope and climb down without the rope though, but
Sure. I said it's going to be easy enough for Stacks. You scuttle down and you're at the base of the mountain.
okay. Well guys, first north or first south around the mountain?
We could do what we initially had planned. We could go west along the ice wall, see if we can find this weasel, and there might be some answers in that cave. But then again, Sopo might just be lying. And
well. I'm fine with going there now. So goes that. Life's just gotten a bit better.
Not his.
So you're heading west along the coast, was that the plan?
should
Yeah.
we? Or yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
To the spot that he sort of where he saw the weasel. Looking for that spot.
Following the coast, we head along this way. Keep in mind each square is 200 feet, so it's not that long a journey. But you follow the coast as best you can. And you notice a wrecked ship not easy enough to access to. And I don't know, Stello, can you roll me a D8, please? Okay. What would you like to do?
Should we check out this ship or just head on?
I can
You might.
have a quick look around it.
Shouldn't take too long, I guess.
I mean, Stella, you mentioned you can make us walk on water.
Indeed. Does this ship look like it's easy to get to without getting in the water or water being in the way, or is it? Yeah.
Well, what it looks like. We only have one map for these type of encounters, so it looks kind of similar to where you saw the hags. There's a dock over here and a rigged ship over here. So if you want to investigate, you'd have to be a bit closer.
Why don't you guys wait over here? I'll have a quiet look around the edge of the waterline to see if I can spot anything of interest.
Yeah, sure.
We'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I'll just go a little to the side to keep our flanks covered.
Okay, so this is what you see. Valin hovers over here and says, stealthily, says, okay, I'll keep an eye on things, get some magic ready if something goes wrong. So feel free to position yourself where you'd like. If you like, you can make perception checks at disadvantage to see if you see anything around this wreckage.
I'll take out the spyglass.
Okay, so straight for sticks. 25. Then we'll keep an eye out as well. Okay, but Ignis and Theodore, you keeping an eye out?
Not on the ship, on the surroundings, just in case something comes.
Sure. Okay, so Stax. Stella, you peer inside, you don't see anything. Stella, right kind of underneath this plank, you do get just the right angle to see a bunch of bones. And I think with a 25 perception, you can tell that these are frost giant bones. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah. Any movement in them?
With that perception check, I'm going to say you don't see any movement.
I'm gonna take a shot at it. Because the last time I saw frost giant bones, they started moving and attacking.
Okay, make a shot. Well, I assume with steady aim, so just a straight shot. 24. Okay. Okay, you aim at there's many bones here. In your estimate, there could have been like up to even 6 giants, or whatever these bones were from. And you shoot in one area of the pile and bones rattle. That's about it.
Seems like they're just some old frost giant bones in there. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing there, though. Do we want to check it out further?
Sure, might be some hidden treasure or something.
Okay, then let's could you perhaps cast that spell to make us cast on water? Or walk on water?
Sure. I'll select, let's see. Yeah, all of us to just be able to walk on water in case. So that's 1 hour duration. Just link it.
And I'll walk over here and start walking towards it.
I assume that includes
Uh,
Rowan.
When you cast it, do you come closer to us to cast it on everyone, or just? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Stax, looks like you're up front. What you gonna do?
Well, I was hoping everyone would follow over here
Yeah.
because,
Okay.
well, as I know that's a bit of a jump.
Is it?
And then I'll stealth in there, see what I can find. I'll stealthily try to look inside of this shipwreck.
So make me a stealth check. Okay. Yeah, as I said, it's kind of underneath this area. This is what remains of the deck, and this is like the hull. So you have to get underneath here to investigate these giant bones.
Then I'll first check out this side.
Okay, make me an investigation check. You look around, a lot of rotting wood. Some of it you disengage from the water walk to get onto the boat and it kind of crumbles underneath your feet. Very rotten. But you land harmlessly on the water.
Well, at this point I'm just only really looking for threats, and if I determine that, I'll get into rest to search for anything of value.
Rotting wood, nothing of value.
Okay, and then I'll check out this side.
Okay, are you searching through the bones in particular, or what are you doing?
Yeah, just mainly checking the bones, just to make sure that every one of those bones stays down.
Okay, as I said, it's quite a large pile of bones, and you guys were assuming these were frost giants. Seems like a reasonable assumption, and you go through and there's some bones. You start sorting through the bones. It's a pretty large pile, and as you're searching through, a hand from the bottom of the pile reaches out and grabs your hand. Turns out, piled at the bottom of this is quite a large, almost undead frost giant that was there. And it grabs your hands and looks at you and says, "Mwah." And then it reaches this axe that was buried under there and takes a swipe at you. Rolls a 27. Catches you right in the face for 28 points of damage. And then it stands up. I need you guys to roll for initiative. Oh, that's a terrible. Villain. There as well. Alright, is that everybody? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Ignis, you see this massive hand grab Stack and then pull itself up, reach out with an axe and just absolutely clock Stack across the face, and she's bleeding profusely. What do you do?
Is she grappled?
No, she's not grappled. That was just thematically. So she's not grappled. It's Stack's planning her escape route already. Or
No,
does it-
that was someone else.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Ignis.
Yeah, I need to help her somehow, but well, I can try something. I have a new spell.
polymorph. Ooh, interesting.
I'm casting polymorph on the hand to change it into a mouse.
That's
Get a
something
little
that
bit
won't
closer.
die in the cold.
And you are 75 feet away, so you have to get a little bit closer. So maybe next to Velen would work.
Okay.
And it gets a wisdom saving throw DC 14. Let's have a look. You see the frost giant start to morph and change and twist, but a mouse is just so far away from where it is now. And it rolls a 15 for its saves. The polymorph does not
Oh
pick up.
no.
Oh,
Is that your turn, Ignis?
Well, yeah, I tried stacks. Sorry. Goodbye.
Goodbye! That's rough. A stack, what do you do?
If anyone can escape the giant, it stacks.
Disengage and run.
Okay.
But where will I run towards?
Don't forget your water walk. You can easily get up on this ice here, but this ice is a lot more difficult. So being
I'm just
here
gonna
is
run
no
up.
repeat it.
No, but I'm gonna run over here and try to hide behind the wood.
Okay. Ah, sure. So your bonus action was to disengage your action, then you move. So yes, you can make a stealth check. Absolutely, 26. Okay, got it. So you run away, and you kind of last minute you kind of duck around and hide behind there, catching your breath as this massive wound opens up. Stax, well maybe David. Why did Stax disengage? You were 10 feet away from the giant, weren't you?
Yeah, but I was also that far away when he hit me.
Yes, you're right. There's a 10-foot reach. So, very wise decision to disengage.
I think Stax has fought enough giant creatures to know to disengage.
Oh, it worked. Theodore, this uninjured, undead frost giant.
I'm gonna move a little bit. Stacks, are you here or did you go further away?
I went there.
Hiding
Okay.
behind the rotting ship.
I'll move a little closer and cast Bless at second level to get the usual suspects. Stacks, me, Ignis, and Stella.
Okay, so Velen is not blessed.
I can only bless 4, so no.
That's fine.
But just in case, I'm gonna cast Shield of Fate on Stacks.
It's his second spell.
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, that's not a cantrip.
And it's concentration. Is it concentration shield?
Could be. I can't cast it anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have a bonus action. Or actually, I'll save it for Snuggles' action.
Okay. So Theodore,
s-
you bless. You
Snuggles
stay-
is supposed to be right behind me.
Oh, there we go. Just reshuffle it. So Theodore, you cast bless. That's your action. Looks like most of your movement too.
Yeah,
Snuggles.
that's it. Snuggles will move 40 feet as a normal movement, and then he won't try the action. He'll just dodge for now.
Dodge. Okay. Velen. Okay, you see Velen start casting a spell, and these waves her hands in an intricate pattern, and then cast out this sickling green thing. Just absolutely goes straight for the creature. Just gonna make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that was a natural 1. And it takes. Not sure. Would take 42 points of damage.
Wow.
Side. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just double check. Ah, no, it's immune to poison, but not necrotic. So you see the life start draining out of this already undead creature, and it twists, and it takes it. But then it gets up and it looks angry. You need to take it down. This guy's going to destroy us. Be careful. Take it down. Hold nothing back. Stellar.
Stella is going to move on to the water. 5, 10, 15, 20. Around here. And we'll use first cast Guiding Bolt as an action. Ooh.
Ranged attack at disadvantage, please.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. 12. Whoosh! It misses the frost giant. It's harmlessly against the thing.
And bonus action, enter starry form of the archer and try to hit him with my bow. So disadvantage as well.
Yep, same thing. Oh, man. So many misses. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Not good. You have its attention though, Stella. You stay
That's
there?
good, probably. Yeah, stay there. I can't move any further.
Okay, the giant pushes itself up from the bones, sorry. And I'm gonna say to its side, it just starts wading through the water. It's about there, so it's like up to about its knees, we'll say. And it sees Stello, and it takes back this massive great axe it can. It takes one swipe. For a 13, it misses. Takes with a second swipe with a 27. And it cracks you across the chest for 31 points of slashing damage, Stello.
Ooh. I'm going to use my reaction to reduce that with Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
So minus 11, that's... how much is that?
20 points of damage now. So
What did you say? 13?
Oh, it's 31. But then
Oh,
you reduced
20.
it by 11, so now it's 20.
20, okay.
Okay, Shrubby.
Shrubby is gonna dash over about here.
Okay.
Try to get to the action.
Alright. Ignis.
Oh well. I'll do this.
Wisdom save. Wisdom. That was a 9.
Finally.
So 8 points of damage. Does Dissonant Whispers do anything else, or just the damage?
It moves away. On a failed save, it takes psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Wow. So, uses its reaction, so it's going to get freaked out about, and it must move away from you. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay. So it starts grabbing its head and starts running away, but then it turns and looks at you, getting ready to perhaps attack you again. We shall see. Hidden stacks.
Stax will cast Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire. So it needs to make a Dexterity 15 saving throw.
What colour does the frost giant start glowing?
I have thought about this. Probably about a light greenish.
much easier target now. So that was your action stacks.
And then I will move over to this side and try to hide again.
Okay, make another stealth check. While you're doing that, Theodore.
I'm gonna climb back up to the pier and probably see the giant from there, correct? Okay, I'll just shoot him twice with the strongbow.
Okay, so a straight attack thanks to the Fury Fire. He misses, but the 23 flacks into it. Its fleshy parts that it still has being undead, but it rips it out. Snuggles.
Okay, Snuggles will move closer. And just ready in action, if the giant comes close, he'll attack him.
Valenska. Right. And she's going to use her wand of magic missiles. And she just he just lets all the magic missiles fly from her wand, and you see a good 10 of them go into the thing, and it's hurt, and it's hurt a lot. Stella, can you just roll me a d20, please?
Sure.
Don't roll a 1. There you go. There's a chance your wand of missile would turn to ash, but it doesn't. And then she's going to back up over here by Shrubby. Stella.
Stella's going to move back up to the dock and yeah, bonus action, try to shoot it again. Straight roll, I guess.
Straight roll, yep, with the Fury Fire. 3 wise by stacks. 13 misses.
And well, we'll use Guiding Bolt for action. That's
Okay. So that, yeah, that hits 14 points of damage. And if you didn't have advantage on it already, you have advantage on it now. Still
Does
standing
radiant damage? Does radiant damage do any extra damage to the undead giant?
though. No, it does not. Staying where you are, Stella?
yes.
Okay, it sees... I'll give Snuggles an attack of opportunity. Technically it didn't leave his range, but Snuggles, you can attack the... well, not an attack of opportunity, sorry, a readied action. So it gets it anyway. Yep, Snuggles, swing away. Once again, just a straight roll for
yep.
Snuggles. Hits. 4 points of force damage. Okay, it barely notices. 1 to 3, it's going to attack Ignis. It's going to attack Ignis. But takes out its massive axe. Takes a swing at Ignis. And see if 16 swings once, swings twice, hits once. For 28 points of slashing damage. I believe that takes Ignis down.
I guess I don't have. Do I have anything?
You have friends around you.
And it hits you with a 28, and for 28 points of damage as well.
That's too high for a hummingbird, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll just have a nap, guys.
Okay, so Ignis goes down, and he's dying. But we'll see what happens. Probably
Oh, wait.
easier.
Snuggles has a reaction. He can give him disadvantage on the attack. I haven't done it in so long, I forgot it.
Alright, With a disadvantage, it was a 13. So, Ignis, I hope you remember what hit points you're on. And you are back up. Shrubby gets just in the way. Grabbing hold of its giant axe just at the right time. And gets deflected away. So well done, Snuggles. So that was a giant Shrubby.
Awesome.
15, 20. Can stand next to us and just yell, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
Nice. Ignis, having looked death in the eye, what do you do?
Wink back.
I'm close. Damn. Wait. I disengage.
Okay.
Back off.
Where do you back up to?
I feel like oh, actually, can I take it back?
Sure.
I don't disengage. I use Misty Step
Okay.
to literally become fog and board away from him.
Nice. Okay, so it's your
And then I still
bonus
have my action.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try Dissonant again.
Okay.
Why not? Dissonant Whispers.
Just in a whisper. So DC 14. Was it wisdom? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. The extra plus 3. 14. That makes the save. So this time dissonant whispers doesn't connect. Okay, so it's your bonus. You're getting movement. Feel free to use
So-
it. Yep.
He gets half damage, but he doesn't
Oh.
move.
Okay, so 4 points of damage. Got it. Stacks.
Stax will stow her longbow, take out the scimitar, and run over here and take a swipe.
See what you're doing there, Stacks. Wise decision. Yep, take a swipe. Add advantage. Okay, seeing all your friends getting beaten up, I imagine Stacked is enraged and he just rushes out from the shadows, which you don't see a lot. She deals the killing blow. The frost giant and
Ooh.
falls over dead. Well done.
That could have gone better. No.
It could have gone worse.
Let's quickly look through this wreckage to see if there's anything of interest. And take a bit of a break.
Why don't you and Stax, why don't you Stax and Ignis take a little rest and we'll search the wreckage if you want.
Let's just first check it out and then take a rest. Checking it out shouldn't be more than a few minutes. And
You
if
spend
there's
a few
anything
minutes.
else.
I'll help you out. If Stax is doing investigation,
Yes,
I'll
Stax,
just give him
yeah.
advantage.
Here, Stacks, investigation at advantage.
And I'll guide myself.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking in the right place. 24. You give a thorough search of it, and apart from this rather large axe that's far too large for any of you to use, you don't find anything. Now, quick thing. You guys are taking a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you doing it inside the dome? What are you doing exactly?
I'll let Snuggles take watch, and I guess I'll be keeping an eye out of the dome as well.
Okay.
We should get up on land at least.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So somewhere up here, you put up the dome, and for those who are taking a short rest, something interesting happens. You may gain some hit points back. You may gain them only appropriate to your Constitution modifier. So normally you can roll hit dice. This still costs hit dice, but you only get hit points back equal to your Constitution modifier.
What about Ignis's Song of Rest?
Song of Rest would be fine. So why don't you just roll that, Ignis, for everybody? So D6.
Big responsibility.
Oh,
So everybody gets 4
Okay.
points back from their short rest. But as I said, you can only regain hit points. Per hit dice, you get your Constitution modifier back, and no more.
That's enough to get back to full.
I don't roll anything better anyway.
What's your con modifier, Ignis?
+2.
Yep, so you get 2 hit points back. Not 3.
6, right?
If you do,
Is it
gain 2. So
is it because of the weather?
Well, the weather is cold, but you're not sure if it's a result of that. It's cold. So once again, any hit dice you spend, you don't roll your hit dice, you just get your con modifier back.
Was Shrubby hit by anything? Because he had 24 hit points. I think we just didn't fix his hit points after the long
Yeah, I
rest.
forgot. But did probably take some damage from the falling rocks and stuff. I don't know.
He did. I'd say Shrubby would need to use all of his hit dice to get back up to full health.
Yeah,
So
you can
Shrubby's-
probably do so.
Yep, so Shrubby's at full hit points, but it cost all of his hit dice. So you rest up as best you can. What would you like to do?
Look for the cave, I guess, and keep searching the coast for the cave.
Did we find anything in the wreckage?
No.
Okay, then like Stalo said, I guess we continue west.
Continue following the island around as best you can. Looking at various features. Assume you're keeping a reasonably wide berth around the ice wall.
It's not really a map for me anymore.
Me neither.
What's that? It's not doing the
It
dynamic
stopped.
setting?
Yeah, it stopped revealing the map like before.
Ah.
No, it was black around the party token right now. Yeah. The path it took didn't show up.
Not sure why, but try refreshing your page. Which I showed
Okay.
you as well.
Yeah, it's shown again, but it didn't show the last part, so I just moved it around
Okay.
a bit south.
I'll backtrack it. It is my roll 20 times up.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay.
Yeah, see as well. I mean, I can see the area directly around the token, but not where it went before.
There we go. Back. Is that revealing it?
thank you.
Okay, so following the coast around some more, we come across another wrecked ship. And Snacks, throw me a D8. Okay.
How long has it been since the last ship? Oh, more than an hour. Because we had a short rest.
About
Never
an
mind.
hour.
I'm gonna have a quick peek from the water's edge to see if I can spot anything of interest in sight with the spyglass.
Okay, so straight perception check.
And I'll guide myself as well.
Sure.
Just because last time.
Okay. You do get a good look at the ship, looking around the whole structure. You don't see anything on the ships, but you do see not far away from the ships just two massive sharks.
Yeah, guys, there's these giant sharks in the water. I suggest we just keep moving.
Yeah, probably better.
Okay, so having seen only sharks there, looking the coast as best you can. And you eventually more or less come back to where you started, noticing this huge peninsula. Other peninsulas you've discovered.
No cave that we could see.
You do come across some more of these ice statues. Do you want to have a closer look? They look similar to the other ones before, all sorts of creatures. And the one that is close to you is perfectly carved once again.
I think we remember what happened last time.
We learned our lesson, I guess.
I assume we also checked the center part and not just the coast? Because there's still a bit of blackness in it.
Yeah, so, yep, you do check that out. It was a lake at one point, and now it's just thoroughly frozen.
Okay.
So, leaving the ice statues alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we want Snuggles to touch one.
I don't want Snuggles to do that.
Right.
Yeah, we'll continue.
Follow the coast around. And you do see, moving one for a shipwreck, another one, a bit further away than the other one, so. Roll me a D8, Theodore. Okay.
Want me to use? I can make us walk on water again, and we'll see what we can find there.
Let me first try to check it out as best as possible.
Ah, yes.
So make a perception check, Dex. I assume it's with a spyglass, so just straight.
Yeah.
You guided yourself too, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to make out much details from this distance. And if you moved closer, you could have another look, but that's all you can make out there.
It's, yeah. You wanna check it out again?
Yeah. I'll make us walk on water. I got one more use.
Let's, make sure we don't encounter any of those sharks, or keep an eye out on the water. Basically what I'm saying.
So you'll shuffle down this cliff here, and you're walking on water. The stacks, so you can make another perception check if you like.
Are these like little icebergs
Yep, you can get up on those if you want.
Yeah, I'd rather not stay on the water, because now I know there are giant sharks in the water.
Okay, the map. To your right. There. There we go. Another perception check. So, guidance. Still has a straight roll.
Ah, God damn it.
14. You see, once again, hard to make out details. The ship is a bit more intact than the other ones you've seen. But you do scan the water as well. You see no sharks or anything like that. You scan the surface of the boat, nothing there, but there could be something underneath. If you want to.
How far away is it from the side of the ice float,
Say
floating
30
ice?
feet. You're 30 feet from the boat.
Okay. Guys, shall we have a look inside then?
Yes, let's aid each other in investigating this place. We need to get back to the land.
Okay. Then let's head in.
So you all get onto the deck of the boat, and there's a little open hatchway with what looks like a ladder leading further down into the hold.
I'll go stealthily first.
Okay.
I'll give him enhance ability to give him advantage on dexterity checks,
Okay, so roll again.
including stealth.
Okay, so 26. So with everybody keeping a careful watch, Stacks, you go down. Now, the hull is a fairly open area. It's just used for storage, so doors get in the way. And you do see a chest in the bow of the boat. And it is huge. Like, not... I mean, you've seen chests before where people store stuff, and this is a good 10 feet wide and 5 feet across. It's a massive chest.
I'll slowly approach it,
Okay.
but mainly keeping an eye out for traps inside of it. Guiding
Okay.
myself to do.
Okay, sure. You carefully pace across here, looking for forward floorboards, checking them, looking for poison holes at the side of the ship. Nothing. And you get right up next to within touching distance of this chest.
I'll check the chest as well for traps.
Okay,
Definitely not trapped.
definitely not trapped. Yep.
I'll try to open it just to see if it's locked.
It is not locked, and you open it up, and there's just coin after coin after coin here. And you look at it, and you think, wow, man, this is the luckiest thing that's ever happened to us. And you find that much treasure in there, and a trident that looks is very well made.
Theodore, I think we need that bag of holding.
Coming right up. I'll approach him and I'll whistle at this side of the coin and the trident, and I guess
Yeah.
we'll start shoveling it into the bag of holding.
Easy enough to do. So feel free to add that to your party loot, or however you want to do it.
No, just 3,000 gold. Easiest.
Yeah, 3,000 gold exactly, in fact. Yeah.
Wow.
This
Those
slice-
750.
Theodore, does that spear-looking thing look magical to you?
If we take 10 minutes, preferably outside of the ship, I can try and identify it.
Sure. You take your 10 minutes and you go through the rituals, and it is indeed magical. Do you richly cast Identify?
Yes.
It is a +2 trident.
Who's proficient with martial weapons? Trident is a martial weapon, right?
I am proficient with martial weapons. Quickly look it up, but yeah.
It is a two-handed weapon, right?
I believe it's versatile.
And
Throw. Oh, okay.
Let's have a look.
it's not finesse though, unfortunately.
No.
Yes, you can do sneak attack damage with it. But trident. Yeah, it is versatile. So it does 1d6 one-handed, 1d8 two-handed, and you can also throw it as well. It's in range of 20/60.
Stalo, can you use it?
I'm not very trained in these kind of weapons. It might fetch a good price or be used for leverage, I suppose. It looks really well made.
Exceptionally well made.
Let's just take it.
I mean, I can use it as a melee weapon, but it's not gonna see much use because I usually stay away from the fight. At least from the close-up. Can I equip it to Snuggles and give him a +2 on the attack and damage? He's striking with
Snuggles
his
is not-
tail.
Is not proficient in martial weapons. Good try.
His tail would, his finger on the tail would turn into a trident.
You try to like disassemble the trident, you mean? Would that work?
I don't think so, because it's infused with magic. I mean, you can disassemble the trident, but it'll just lose its magic properties. So,
We should-
yep, go ahead.
Theodore,
No, sorry, I just...
Theodore, can you make me a history check, please? Say just Theodore for this one. You look at the gold, you think, wow, 3,000 gold pieces is a lot. And you look at the trident, and you've seen these type of items sell before. To the right buyer, it's worth more than the treasure. So at least 3,000 gold pieces to the right buyer.
Wow.
If only there was somewhere we could spend the money. We already have a lot of it.
Sidetrack, the party goes to Waterdeep, merely to cash in a trident, and then come back to Amsterdam.
And buy healing potions. I mean, if you don't mind, I'll take it then, but if anybody else ever needs it, just let me know, because like I said, it won't see much use for me, probably.
That's okay.
Or Stax, would you rather have it?
I'm not gonna use it. This scimitar suits my style of fighting much better.
The good news is that it doesn't require attunement.
By the way, Ignis, what kind of a bard are you? Can you use martial weapons?
Let me check.
Because some can and some can't, like College of the Sword or something can use
Valor.
Valor, yes, that's the one. But College of Lore can't, so I'm not sure which you're.
And in Roll20, I can see I can use simple weapons and no martial.
Okay.
Alright.
So if anyone needs, it's with me. Yep.
Okay, so having gathered up the loot and this very valuable trident to the right buyer, do you head back to the coast and continue your journey?
Yeah.
Okay. So, of your ship so far, this has been a good find. continue following this much a snowflake-shaped island, if you hadn't picked that up already. There's another frozen over lake here. Head north. And I'll speed up this one. There's actually not that much on this particular branch of island. So keep close. There's another frozen island in the middle there to check out. Nothing. Just check one thing. Okay, so you continue following it around. You do see what you see. You see a ship. It's crashed on the island. It's just broken up there. But half buried in the snow, near the edge of a bluff, is a humanoid corpse, clad in cold weather clothing. Clutching in one of its hands is an orb made of smoky grey quartz. A white weasel bursts from the snow near the corpse and stares at you with beady eyes. And a voice rings out, "Ye gods! I was afraid no one would find us!" And the sound isn't coming from the weasel. It's coming from the orb. And...
Sorry, you broke up. It's coming from where?
the orb.
Oh, the orb. Okay.
Yep, and just give me 1 sec, because I can show you exactly...
So I was going to look at Valin and say, the professor, is that it?
Not only is that the Professor Orb that we're looking for, but I'd recognize that weasel anywhere. That is Nat Latimer's weasel. Though I must say, I'm familiar with familiars, and it is my understanding that when familiars die, or when the person casting the familiar dies, the creature dies as well. So this is Naz Latimer, I am sure of it. But there is still the mystery to solve why it's his weasel familiar not dead. As you ponder this mystery, you've definitely found what you're looking for, it seems. The freezing effect of the island takes over, and you can't move until we've all So you do see as that rather cool piece of artwork. That's exactly what you store. And this weasel is kind of circling around here. And the orb in Berlin points that out that, well, she's sure it's Nas Latimer. She's confused a little bit that this familiar is still alive. What do you do?
I'll get on my knees and try to coax the familiar towards me.
Make an animal handling check.
I give her guidance.
Okay. It gets closer to you. It's not afraid of you, but it wasn't afraid of you before. But it's yeah, that's it. Just comes up to you, doesn't snuggle up to you or anything like that. But is at the very least not afraid. And you hear the voice once again from the orb saying, "What are you doing? Hurry up! It's damn cold out here. Why don't you pick me up? You, elf lady."
Can you even feel cold?
Oh, look, I'm covered in ice. I've never been so dirty in my entire life. Pick me up.
The Major.
Come on.
Theodore, I think that one's more your cup of tea and this one's more mine, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'll approach the orb, but I'll start casting Identify on it
Okay.
as a ritual. So just give me 10 minutes to finish it.
Sure.
In the meantime, I'll take out a few pieces of food and try to feed the weasel, because I'm intrigued by it.
It sniffs at your food, but then it kind of wrinkles up its nose. Not interested in food, apparently. And you see, while this is happening, you see Villain says, "Well, Professor, it is good to see you again. What happened here?" And the orb says, "Well, as you know, this coward in this cast, Nas Latimer, whose cold, dead hands I am still held in, I might add. You need to move me. This is not what I deserve, and respect is not being given. I do not like this. Yes, they took me. I think they came here. They kept on talking about something called the Codicil of White. They looked for it. Fortunately, their ship crashed. Everybody died. Nas managed to get to the shore, which is where he died, and I've been waiting ever since. So please, make haste." You cast Identify. Keep in mind you need to touch the item in order to identify it. You do touch it?
I know. I do.
Okay.
I don't move it, just touch it.
Touch it, okay. You know this
And
is,
before I do that, I'll just cast resistance on myself, just in case.
okay, so you'd lightly
Oh,
touch
wait.
it.
Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't have resistance anymore. I changed the spell when I leveled up. It's fine.
So you touch it. Nothing untoward's happened. It is very cold though. It's a smooth 5-pound stone sphere of smoky grey quartz, about the size of a grapefruit. And you touch it, and it's cold. And you look closer, and there's 2 or more little pinpricks of silver light coming from deep inside the sphere, kind of slowly moving around. You identify that it is in fact sentient, but that's no particular surprise to you. And yeah, this seems to be some kind of sentient creature inside of it. You detect nothing other magic apart from that.
I'll just do a quick investigation on the body to see if it's in any way trapped or something before I take it. Or actually, I'll ask Valen if we should take it after I do the investigation.
Well, I think it needs to be taken, but once again, I'm still not sure why this weasel is here, so I suggest caution.
Stalo, can you speak to the weasel?
Fortunately not. Don't have it prepared right now.
What time of day is it? Because we were traveling around all day, I think.
Yeah, I think it's getting towards... We're approaching the need for a long rest.
Should we put up the dome around this orb? I mean, it's kind of weird because the corpse is there as well, but just maybe get the whistle and the orb inside of it.
Do we want to take a look at that shipwreck first, or?
Oh, we could. But, well, yeah. Still have a spell to make us walk on water.
I mean, I'm interested in the ship as well, but I think this orb is more important right now.
True.
How much daylight do we still have? As much as there is of it.
Not much, maybe an hour.
What do you think, Waylon? Do we take the orb, or can we take a look at the shipwreck and come back here?
Well, I can tell you one good thing about the orb is it's very knowledgeable about things. I think if we had both the orb and the codicil of white, the old professor here can deduce indeed where the island, the velocity of the Ithrin is, which is, remember, where we started from. This raises an interesting question. The treasure in Ithrin would be boundless. I mean, this was the race of the nether race of wizards, and they literally raised cities in the air. So the source of great magic can be found there. But it seems, if what we believe to be true, this is O'Reilly lives on this island. If we do find O'Reilly and defeat O'Reilly, maybe this winter will end. Let's take that as true, that we do in fact defeat O'Reilly the Ice Maiden. Would you be interested in joining me to Ithrin, the velocity of the Netherese? Or would that end your quest?
I mean, I'm hoping for a more peaceful solution with Oriel, not exactly fight her. Unless she gives us no other choice. But I mean, she's a goddess. What can we do against her? Although I'm definitely interested personally in your journey afterwards. After all, I'm here to find interesting places and things, I guess, especially magical ones.
And Stella, what about you? Would you be interested in continuing this quest to Ithrin with me?
My main goal here is to end this winter after this catastrophe has been averted, if we can avert it. I will probably return to Akhenathi or Skyreach and return to my family, but I can give, if there's any aid I can give for that quest. I do not want Theodore to go there alone. I'll see what I can do, but right now I don't know.
That is fair enough, perfectly understandable. Ignis?
What is there in it for me? I mean,
Well, I don't know. I mean, as I said, this city has been buried, undiscovered for a long time. I imagine at the very least some very interesting magical items could be found, and no doubt a lot of money as well. A lot of gold.
that sounds interesting.
Stacks?
Maybe.
I'm not sure yet. It's something I have to think about.
Well, as I said,
Let's first end it blasted winter.
this
most
is all
important.
hypothetical at the moment. If indeed O'Reilly is here, which seems, just judging by this damn cold, it's if it's not her, it's some type of effect she's had. Maybe this is the way to end the winter. Anyway, this is hypothetical at the moment. I'll need to find out. And as I said, I would personally suggest searching the ship, because I do not see the disadvantage of having more information before we deal with this orb itself. The mystery around this weasel.
This ship, it is Latimer's ship.
Well, I can answer that for you. It is not indeed Ness Latimer's ship. He merely hired these people as a crew. Paid them a pretty coin or two, I must say. But unfortunately, maybe he should have paid an even prettier coin, because sailors they were not, and they crashed when approaching the island.
You don't suppose there's any valuables or stuff that could aid us in there, do you?
Well, I know one thing. Towards the end, Ness was panicking, trying to get off the ship, and he had a decision whether to grab his spell book or just get to somewhere safe first. He chose to abandon his spell book and land on this island, where unfortunately he died. So maybe he should have brought his spell book. So no, for a fact, his spell book is on the ship, but beyond that, just simple supplies. Food, water, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in a spell book, I suggest you search the ship. But I think the best course of action, without doubt, is just pick me the hell up.
Yeah, you can probably pick him up, Velen. I don't suppose there's any harm in that, Theo.
She says, I'm quite hesitant to do that myself. There is something wrong, and I'm not comfortable until at least we've undiscovered the mystery around this weasel.
Maybe we search the ship then, if you're still interested. Take a long rest and tell them to prepare, speak with animals for the next day.
Well, perhaps you could make Snuggles pick it up?
I could.
While we stay at a safe distance.
Of course. I also have Mage Hand, so I can pick it up with that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll back up 30 feet and pick it up with a Mage Hand. Unless, like I said, we want to wait until morning and talk to the weasel first before we pick it up.
I suggest we just try to pick it up now.
Are you picking it up from a distance with Mage Hand?
Yeah, but when I identified it, did I sense any curse on it?
No, you did not identify the curse. It was just a sentient magic item.
Okay, then I'll use my Mage Hand to pick it up from 30 feet away.
Is everybody else hanging back 30 feet?
Yes, definitely.
No,
Probably
if
40 or 50.
Theodore, yeah, if Theodore is moving away from it, I stab will as well.
Okay, so everybody kind of performs a perimeter around the dead body of Ness Latimer. You cast out
And
your
Stax
mage-
is preparing with a bow.
Before I cast Mage Hand, I'll cast level 1 Bless on myself and whoever are the two closest people, to the closest one to me.
Okay, so we'll say
So,
all the players are blessed. Theodore, you'll be casting Mage Hand and lifting it. Let's go through it. Stella, what are you going to do? If anything.
Stay back and be ready in case anything happens.
Okay. Ignis.
Yes.
So as Theodore is about to lift this Mage Hand up, what are you doing? Are you preparing anything? Just watching?
to do.
Okay.
Watching.
Cool. Just watching. And Stack, sounds like you're getting your knocking an arrow.
No. I'm taking sword and shield, preparing.
Okay.
Arrow's not been my friend in here.
So, you reach hand and your hand cradles the orb, and it's a little bit stuck with this, but enough of that when you pull you eventually snap it, and the orb breaks free. Just as you do that, just as the orb leaves the grip of Nas Latimer, you see this bluish white spirit just emerge from the corpse of Nas Latimer and looks directly at you, Theodore. Then its face turns into this horrid visage and it screams and it goes straight for you, Theodore. Make me a Christmas saving throw.
Not even initiative?
Stella is going to use a Cosmic Omen to add a d6 to his roll.
Theodore, Christmas saving throw.
Yeah, oh, that's a bad one.
So that's 5 plus 5, 10. This creature goes in and goes right into Theodore, and Theodore, in a shock, he turns around to you and says, "It's good to be free." This is Theodore talking, but not Theodore's voice. He says, "What are you doing with that vile witch? She is a deceiver. She is a liar. You must destroy her." And Velen puts hands up. No, you trust me. You've known me. I've been your ally. You must destroy her. If you know all the secrets that I know, I can reveal them to you. I can tell you about O'Reilly. I can tell you about all the research I can do. On the one condition, and that is that you destroy Velen. And he says, No. You know me. I'm your ally. You need to trust me. Everybody except for Theodore. You do.
We have no reason to. Why should we believe your word over hers, Spirit?
Because I know the secrets. I know how to break O'Reilly free. I can tell you how to use the codicil of white, and I can tell you where it's hidden. If you only slay that witch.
I'm gonna cast command and say vacate.
Vacate. Let's have a look.
Funny thing is, I have advantage on wisdom saving throws against magic, and this is the first time I get to use it. It was always something. What?
This is not magic.
It is.
Command
it's
is
a
magic.
spell.
Oh, sorry, the command. Oh, yes.
Yeah, but that's not casting on you, it's on the ghost, or whatever it is.
Yeah, the ghost didn't cast a spell. It's just I'm talking about against command.
Yep.
Do I roll, or how are we
Just
playing
doing
this?
some lawyering at the moment.
I read the spell correctly. I won't do it because I just read the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
Ah, there we go. Perfect. Saves me digging into the raw lawyering. But I'm going to say you know that about your spell stacks, and so you don't expend the spells. Oh, this woman, she's a vile, deceptive liar. Kill her and I will tell you everything you need to know.
And why should I trust you? You just took over a friend of mine. You are just a vile creature inhabiting my friend. Why should I trust you?
My only interest, if you kill this woman, I will leave your friend in peace. But you will not find the codicil of white without me.
We can ask the professor, can we not?
Tracy says, "Oh, this is most unfortunate. I do not know. I mean, he came here with a very specific mission to look for the codicil of White. That has been what's driving him for weeks now. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but Chris is obviously panicking, and Naz Latimer says once again, slay this woman, otherwise this winter will never end."
And if your intentions is to end this winter, then why do you oppose us? We also have the intention to end this winter. She is aiding us in that. As far as I can see, our goals are all aligned.
My intention. Your business. Your intention, which you've made clear to me, is to kill this woman. That's what you need to do if you want my knowledge.
You will not just murder someone for a ghost. You are just an evil creature, have you not? It's perfectly clear. You will not just go after cold-blooded murder.
Ending this blasted window, or this vile woman who's deceived you all along. A simple choice. If you want to end the winter, kill the witch. The villain's getting very nervous and it's kind of backing away a little bit. Oh guys, you know me. I've been your ally all this time.
Yes, and I think it's perfectly clear that we won't... You know we won't just kill you. I think our words made that perfectly clear.
I ascertain if her nervousness is because Natamir is actually correct.
Inside check.
Oh.
Great.
I can read her either way.
Come on, we don't have any reason to trust you, and because some passerby tells us to murder someone, doesn't mean we are going to do it.
Malcolm,
Yes.
would I know when the ghost would leave his body?
You can make a history or an arcana check.
Without the...
There is, you can kill the host. Or at least reduce the host to 0 hit points.
Stella's gonna move next to Ignis and nudge her and whisper to her, could you do something with your silvery words with that weasel? I suspect there's something about the weasel. Maybe threaten the weasel, or they might be attached to it.
I can do tongues, but it doesn't work for speaking with animals, right?
It's a question.
Any spoken language? Yeah, doesn't
Yes,
make...
and I don't think the weasel would have a language. Let me check though. Weasel doesn't have a language. It seems we're at a bit of an impasse. You want to end the winter, yet you want to keep this witch alive. You need to choose. Slay me, if you want. But if you do, knowledge will go with me.
Or, do you like this weasel of yours? You leave my friend's body, or the weasel gets it.
It's a familiar. I can always summon another one.
No, you're dead.
Make an intimidation check at disadvantage. I care not for the creature. Kill it if you must.
Stella is gonna walk over to Naslantamir's body and create bonfire on it.
Okay. Theodore / Ness backs up a little bit. Says the body is dead. It is frozen. You can burn it if you like. The shell of the corpse of my former self is of no concern to me.
Can I cast Charm Person?
Yes, you can.
So I'll cast Charm Person.
Can you bring up the spell description for me, please? I don't see it saying it's being immune to undead. Humanoid, you can see. Fails its charm. Okay. So, look, so it doesn't exclude undead. Let's get the saving. So, wisdom saving throw.
I believe so. Yes, it is.
And you start passing the spell. And it says, no. Charms would not work on you. Immune to the charm effect.
Perfect. Well, if his motivation was to end the winter, he would help us. If his motivation is not to help to end the winter, then he's gonna not tell us anyway if we kill each other. Doesn't matter, because he's just pulling our leg. That's it.
I give you my word. If you kill this vile witch, I will
Your
leave your
word
friend's
is
body.
worth nothing. You just attacked us, so
Oh, attacked you? I did not. I'm just borrowing this body to communicate. If you kill the witch, I
you
will
can
take this
communicate.
body and give you all the knowledge you need.
I know full well that you can communicate perfectly without this body.
The body is mine, nevertheless.
Does anyone has exorcism? We need to get this out.
Well, I only know that if we damage the body enough, he will go out.
Ouch.
We don't
It's
have
okay.
to kill him.
Let me try this thing. I'm going to cast the spell magic on Naslantamir, or well, I guess in Theodore.
Okay, you cast Dispel Magic to try and drive the ghost out of it. Actually, this is not a magical effect. It's a possession effect. No effect. Look, you can keep on throwing spells after spells. I mean, if you like. But I have the knowledge. You know what to do.
Berlin, does that Naslantamir have family?
Not that I know of. I mean, we were friends before, and she glares at Naslantamir. We grew up in Luskin, just to the south of here, with the Arcane Brotherhood. There's a great tower there that we studied together. as do all members of the Arcane Brotherhood. Let me just say, no first-rate wizard gets inside. We all get inside. But the wizardly life, more often than not, is a solo group. I do not know family members.
In any regard, Luskan is not too far off when his winter is ended. Well, you leave our friend now, or I shall have to go on a little trek, find your friends, and make them answer for what you've done. Leave him now.
Oh, okay, fine. Find my friends. They're of no concern to me.
I'll slowly approach him.
He slowly backs up.
I'll sprint around him.
Okay, he's keeping his eye on you. And you guys see that you formed a circle around him, so he's got his eyes locked on Stacks as you move around. Backing up
As
as
we
best you can.
tighten this circle, and I'll slowly start moving forward to him.
Okay, whoa. This is supposed to be intimidating me? I know that the knowledge I have is most useful to you. Threatens God.
However,
Yes?
having our friend back and having someone I can actually trust is way more useful. And if I stand 5 feet in front of him, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna try to knock out Theodore.
Okay. As Nat/Theodore was seeing this coming, I have to make this an initiative roll. Actually, well, let's go back to the home page here. I'll drag the ghost on here. Yeah, there we go. So there's
But we also saw the ghost coming.
Well, let's do it on this map here. So this is where the ghost is. So feel free to form your circle around it. I'm gonna say Velen is back the way the hell out there. Okay. Roll initiative. Theodore, roll initiative, because why not?
Can the ghost control snuggles through me?
How do you normally control Snuggles? Like with a bonus action, or?
Yeah, bonus action.
I'm gonna say no. Doesn't know what Snuggles is, so Snuggles is imagine effectively inert for this confrontation.
Okay, then Snuggles just takes the dodge action every turn.
Okay, very good. Okay, roll Mason, because we have Ellen in.
Ignis hasn't rolled yet.
Rolling in there, Ignis.
Wake up, Ignis. Your girlfriend's home.
No, he said he had internet problems before. Still there, Peter?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was reading some of my abilities. If I have something useful,
Very good.
I don't anything.
Okay.
If we're just like feared or like fearing something, or yeah, I don't have anything against like overtaking ghosts and stuff.
Okay. Regardless, you see Stacked getting ready to attack Ness/Theodore getting ready. I'll just move Theodore over here for now. You see something's about to go down. Stella, what do you do?
Action cast Guiding Bolt at level 4.
Okay.
And I'll use my reaction to use Cosmic Omen. Hopefully, roll a 6. Oh yeah, that's 15, 18.
Okay, so this is what the ghost looks like, first of all. Just check something. So, what's your armor class, Theodore? 18.
18.
So 16. Whoosh. Using
It's a 15, not with less, and I used my reaction to add a d6 from Cosmic Omen, so...
So it's an 18.
Yes.
My apologies. So that does hit. For the first thing. The ghost. What color does the ghost glow, Stello?
Bright pink.
Bright pink. Close. I've got to a bright pink. And so how much damage? It was 29 damage. Ouch. Okay. Theodore, take 29 points of damage.
Will do.
But the ghost is glowing. Now the ghost takes a deep breath, and you see Theodore's face start to twist and his head poke out from where the head is, and this horrible, horrible vision appears. I need everybody, except for Theodore, to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, just 10. I got to remove bless.
Okay, so that's a fail. That's a fail. Theodore?
I now have to roll.
Oh, sorry, too soon. Stacks a fail. Belen. Let's see if she can. Oh, Shrubby! Shrubby is the only one who I think, I'm sure, who is not frightened.
Shrubby,
of
save
this
us.
creature. Shrubby stands strong. Everybody else is frightened of this thing. The disadvantage to attack. And disadvantage to attack, and you can't willingly move closer to the creature.
Oh, wait, didn't Stella roll a 20?
Oh no, I rolled a 10. Shrubby rolled a 20.
That was Shrubby. So, and Snuggles. Did we get a roll for Snuggles? Probably doesn't really matter for Snuggles.
I will roll it. Wisdom save, right?
Yep. DC was 14. Snuggles is also right. Not that it's really going to matter. Okay, so this horrible visage approaches, and I think the frightened condition, you get disadvantage and you can't move towards her, and that's it. And as this horrible visage approaches, stacked, you see this in the is going to swing around over here, and it's going to cast. Is it going to be the best use of this? No, it's not. It's going to reach out to Stax, and as Stax is carrying back Terrifies, it just tries to tap you on the head. And it rolls a 22. I assume hits Stax, which it does. And you can take 16 points of necrotic damage, Stax. Now it's Velen.
Can the ghost also use Theodore's spells and abilities?
Can actually.
He can do, like, with a bonus action, either Sanctuary or Shield of Fate, which would be very useful right now.
Okay, it doesn't gain access to the target's knowledge, class features, or proficiencies. So
Okay,
I'm assuming
then
with
probably not.
spellcasting is a class feature, so no, it can't.
Yeah.
Okay, but regardless, it reaches out, touches Stax, and you see Stax, some of Stax's fleshes start to rotting. It's quite disgusting. And you hear her say, the spells are good. to say to hell with this. It's right up next to Nash. About here. Ah, she can't do that. Ah, she's going to cower in fear back there. That's what she's going to do. Because she wants to get close. Shrubby.
Robbie is gonna 15, 20, dash 25, 35 over, and do a help action. Try to distract
Not with
the
a dash.
ghost.
Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, bonus action help.
Okay. So, next attack against Ness will be at advantage. Thanks. X. Oh. There we go.
Sorry,
There you go.
for some
Okay.
reason my mic disconnected.
Okay, got you now.
Well, I've got a sword in my hand, so it's time to use it.
Okay,
Straight
straight
roll.
roll. Straight roll, yep. Oh, that does hit. And it does. So take 18, 24 points of damage there, Theodore. And
Almost
Stacks,
down.
make me a wisdom saving throw. And you are no longer frightened of this creature.
Nice.
Guiding bolt fades. You stay where you are. What do you do?
I'm gonna swap around, look around.
Okay. Ignis.
As an action, I move a bit in between my friends, and as an action, I start singing about us being so brave and stuff, and it gives everyone advantage on the saving throw against being frightened.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm going to say your soul
That's it.
affects yourself as well, so make a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Unfortunately, I couldn't do it earlier, so we all got scared. But
You have to be scared, yeah. So wisdom saving throw at advantage. Remove the... there we go. You're no longer
Yay.
frightened of this creature. So that's your action and your movement. Theodore. Oh, sorry, too soon. Stello.
Let's see. Guiding bolt, rank 1. Let's see. At disadvantage, since I'm frightened, I guess.
Yep, so... Oh, that
Oh.
does hit. So with that, you see Theodore fall to the ground, unconscious and bleeding out. And as he falls from the ground, you see Nessa's ghost just kind of standing over his corpse. And she laughs and says, "There's no surprise that one of you must die." Yeah. What is she going to do? She looks around. She sees all these people overpowered them. And she says, "Well, to beat you, I can at least take one of you." And she just starts shredding into the prone form of Theodore. Making her attack at advantage. Rolling a 20, which gets through his armor class. Theodore, it's 2 failed death saving throws. Velen. Actually, she should have made her wisdom check last time. Does she get advantage as well? Doesn't matter. She's still frightened.
Oh, by the way, should I make a wisdom saving throw again?
Yes, you should. DC 14 to break it. At advantage.
Yeah,
Okay, so
look
you're
at
not
what's
on.
normal, so.
Velen. Velen says, "Look, this is no laughing matter, Ness. Why did the ghost not go to the ball?" Ness says, What? Because he had nobody to go with." And she does a Cash's hideous laughter. Creature. Wisdom saving throw. This is all she can do for a range. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, failed. Yeah, falls prone, and you see this ghost just curled over, and laughing. At the end of each of its turns. Okay. And it says, well, that worked. Shrubby.
Can Shrubby try to stabilize Theodore?
I think we talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't.
No, I don't think Shrubby can. Shrubby knows lots of things, but human anatomy isn't one of them.
I guess he's gonna attack the ghosts at advantage, I guess.
Yep, because it's prone. Yep. 13 hits. Go Shrubby.
Let's see.
Oh, 20 hits. Even. Always at least 1 point of damage. So there we go. 1 point of damage. Dex.
First, I'm gonna cast a healing word. My little friend.
Okay. Nice.
So 7
7 hit
points
points
healing.
back, Theodore.
And then I'm gonna take a downward slash to this vile creature.
At advantage, so sneak attack if it hits.
Yeah, 26 to hit.
Yep, and that would be 24 points of damage. Okay, it's a blow, and you hear through the laughter a scream. It's still up. Still alive, at least.
You sure you want to continue this?
It's laughing. Can't help but laugh. So just laughs back at you.
It can make a wisdom saving throw when it takes damage with advantage.
Okay. So let's see.
So
Wisdom
2 times
save.
with advantage.
Okay, 2 times. What was the DC? It was 14.
14.
Okay, stops laughing, but is still prone. Okay, Ignis.
I use some psychic damage again with Dissonant Whispers.
Come on. If you kill me, you'll lose all the knowledge.
I don't
Kill
care.
The witch.
I just hate you.
Okay.
I'm done with you, literally.
Alright.
You are not gonna tell us anything anyway.
Okay. Make your attack roll. Whatever it is you do. DC 14 wisdom saves. Wisdom. This one. It rolls a 9. That makes 13 points. Yes, 13 points of psychic damage. And it just stops laughing, then it starts holding its head and it is screaming, "Oh, get out of my head!" Theodore. Sorry, Theodore. Yeah, you're up. You're
I
yourself.
will stand up first. Thanks, Dex.
Of course.
And I will, as a bonus, actually, I'm gonna grab my trident and stick it into the ghost.
Okay, at advantage, because she's still prone.
Okay. One-handed.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have bless. Without the
13,
bless.
13 still hits. So 11 piercing. So,
Yeah.
Having been possessed from this creature, why don't you explain to me how you take out this creature? And you seem to have maybe a personal vendetta against it.
I get up and look at the ghost, and all the minutes that it was inside me come rushing back, and I just kind of go into a little gnome rage, grab my trident. It starts sparkling with magical energy, and I just jam it into its chest. And I see it pierce the ghostly form and just disintegrate it under the trident.
As you do this, the nasties, who's never end its winter without me. And with the ghost just vanishes on the wind.
Does something happen to the weasel? Do you see that?
The weasel, something does happen to the weasel. The weasel, poof, blinks out of existence.
Hey, Theodore, are you okay?
Not entirely, but still breathing. Thank you for...
I'm sorry we had to do that to you.
It's understandable, I guess. Let's not do that again, please.
Well, Valence says, well, quite frankly, it seemed to come down between me and Ness. Needless to say, I'm very appreciative that you chose me. So thank you. I appreciate you siding with me as opposed to Ness. But the question remains. What did he know? Something is lost, nevertheless.
Well, rather some knowledge than you.
I appreciate it. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the butt on future day.
Since I was under the influence of Ghost, can I see the body, the original body? Did Stello burn it to ashes, or is it still at least partially there?
Well, my understanding of bonfire is you create a non-magic bonfire. So I'm going to say the body burned for a little bit, but it is still pretty much a whole body.
Well, I know some more competent clerics can speak to the dead. None of us, I think, but maybe we should take its head, as grim as that sounds. Maybe if we really can't stop this winter, we can at least find someone who can talk to the remains of Nas.
That's a bit grisly, but...
yeah, but still. I guess what's it called? Last ditch effort, or something like that.
You do what you think is best.
I'll tell Snuggles to rip off the head of the body.
With a quick swift of its claws, you now feel free to add Ness Latimer's head to your inventory.
And I'll just wrap it in clothing or some cloth, so it doesn't spread blood all over our contents.
Rather fortunately, with this incredible cold, the head is more or less frozen. So, not bleeding, no gore. It's like my wife grew up in Manitoba, and they said during the winter times they just stored the meat outside, like in minus 30 degrees. So there's no point in having a freezer. It's put it outside. So this is very much the case. You have a frozen head of Nas Latimer. You don't have to worry about it rotting or anything, because it's so damn cold.
That's how I defrost my freezer. I wait for the winter, put all the food outside, because it's still minus 10 degrees, and then defrost it inside.
There you go.
Yeah, I get it.
As long as it's sub-zero, of course, it works. it's minus 40 where my wife grew up, so extra frozen. But yeah, so Ness, you don't have to worry about the head rotting. It is frozen solid.
Okay, I added it to the bag of holding.
And with this, the orb, the professor strikes up. Well, that was dramatic. You guys are proving to be quite competent. Well, if you get me and the codicil of white together, we can perhaps find this lost city of the Netherese. It seems at the very least it's on this island. Maybe Ness was telling the truth, maybe not. If only we had some type of insight into the way he was thinking, maybe we could determine that. As the DM subtly reminding people that insight is a thing.
Well, he's scribbled something into his spellbook. Maybe we can see if there's any information there, or anywhere else in the ship. I think we should.
It's easy enough to get onto the ship and look around. You see lots of dead bodies, which you assume are the bodies of the crew. Some of them are floating outside the boat face down. Some of them have bits of timber stuck through them. And you're kind of quick jab being inherently fearful of undead, but they're just plain old dead. And you do find a spellbook. Yeah, and
is it still in?
It's still in good shape. You found it inside of a wooden chest, and the wooden chest was sealed. And you open it up. This is what you find.
Do we find any like small barrels, or maybe the chest that you just mentioned, where we could put the head in just for storage? So I can put that.
The spellbook was in. It's just perfect.
Okay, I'll put the head into the crate and the crate into the bag of holding.
We have this spellbook lined with wooden planks.
Nautic hide, jeez.
I guess we should rest up and prepare to head towards the center, towards the temple.
Yeah, I could use a long rest.
Okay. So you put up...
I just wanted to say, Ignis, would you mind putting up your hut, if you can?
Sure, I can spend 10 minutes and that's the ritual.
Thank you. Do we find anything else on the dead crew or on the ship?
There's no treasure to note there. It is either they didn't board treasure, or perhaps it was lost during the wreckage, but you do not find any gold. Find the odd scimitar, but that's about it.
I'm just foraging for components for my tinkering. That's mostly it.
Nothing to be found on the ship, unfortunately. Okay, but Ignis puts up the dome, boom, and you all go inside. Let me just roll something. And as usual, you set up watches. The dome routinely gets covered in snow, making visibility hard. But the person on watch ducks outside briefly and brushes it off. And the long rest happens uneventfully. Feel free to get your long rests in.
Can't click on.
There we go.
We don't have tokens here, so click.
see. And the professor pipes up. You're looking to go into the castle. That's where Nas Latimer was going. Is that where you're going? I might be able to be of assistance.
Any assistance would be welcome.
He did want to approach this castle thing from the southern part of the island. So if you wish to approach, I suggest you approach from the south. Maybe there's some type of path there or something.
Thank you. We will look into it. Because the western and the northern part weren't very approachable. Yes.
And with that, you notice the orb is actually floating by itself. It's moving around, like hovering, levitating, flying as such. So it doesn't actually need anybody to hold it. Well, Valin, it seems like we're off on an adventure again. I shall lead the way. And with that, the orb starts heading south. Do you follow, or is there anything else you wish to do?
I guess we follow. Oh, and I would have created some good berries before going to sleep last night, so we have some food in us.
Very good. And with that, you start following the orb south. Do you still want to just go straight to the south? Do you want to explore the other arms of this island? What do you wish to do?
I say we follow the orb, since we've used one day to find it. We might use this. Might need the entire day to uncover whatever's in the temple.
Well, Theodore, make an insight check.
Will do. Can I guide myself?
Nope. I don't know your insight. I'm not really a guide of
Yeah.
You gotta take a moment and cast a spell.
Sorry.
This professor, if you haven't picked up now, is very arrogant, and it heard that they're heading to the south, so it's heading in a directly southern direction. I'm pretty sure it has no idea where it's going. Follow me! This way! Due south! Tally-ho! Come on! Move it!
You said the orb actually doesn't know where it's going?
Nope, it knows it's going south. But, you know, that's not necessarily to the south of the mountain, it's just plain old south.
Shall we head past the coast or past the mountain edge?
We should stick close to the mountain, see if we can see any entrances or stairs or something. Giant stairs.
I agree.
Well, Professor Orb, you might want to start going west a little bit first, southwest, so we can spot the mountain and then follow the edge of it.
I'll make a persuasion check, thanks. So I just had I noticed when we go back to this island map, the dynamic lighting gets weird and you don't see the things. So you might want to refresh your page, which is what I'm doing, which is why I'm delaying telling stats. What he got is a sort of his persuasion check. What was your persuasion check?
I rolled an 8.
No. You need to follow me. We're not following the coast. We're heading due south. I'm much smarter than the rest of you. Follow my lead, and you won't go wrong.
Nope.
You can clearly see the mountain to the southwest. If you continue south, you'll miss it.
Can I try intimidation check?
Sure.
Theodore, can you just please grab him, manage him, and I'll take the lead.
Well, let's do the intimidation first. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So I tell him, for an island this big, it has too high concentration of smart asses. And I click it. Without advantage, actually.
Do not threaten me. I'm your intellectual superior. Someone
I'm just gonna give Velen a look like, really.
She's right. This is what I had to live with the many years.
Well, if you guys just follow me, then we either lose him and the problem goes away, or he follows us and the problem also goes away.
And she says, "Look, you can just grab him and drag him along if you like." No,
I know,
leave me alone.
good way. Professor Orb, I'm
Yes.
just gonna say this plain and simple. You will either follow us at this point, or we're gonna put you in a bag of holding, and it's gonna be very boring in there.
Where do you wish to go? You following the coast?
No,
Follow.
we're following the mountainside. We're going to the southern part of the mountain, and that's not the direction you're heading in, so please, you will follow us. Understood? I also do not want to follow someone else again and land into the trap of a Yeti, which has happened yesterday. So I'm not following. I'm leading.
I will assist the person. And who is leading the way?
I am.
So the professor starts hovering right next to you. Okay, I will assist you. Look out for that snowbank. There's no snowbank.
Like I just said, we were yesterday ambushed by a Yeti. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, it means I should keep quiet, he says in a not quiet voice.
Good job. Now please, if you could also do that, then we're probably gonna survive.
Hidden.
And just for your knowledge, I can look perfectly and see things in very fine detail, so you don't have to point out something as a snowbank.
Understood. And with that, you head in a more of a southwesterly direction. The professor continues to prattle on at you, Stacks, giving you advice that you plainly don't need. You find the edge of the mountain. There's more of these ice sculptures here. Do you wish to investigate them? Or carry on.
Nope.
Okay.
Professor, do you know what these ice sculptures are?
Yes, they are done by some great craftsperson with great skill. I've never seen something so precise in all my time. I, of course, am not...
What is their connection to the Frost Maiden?
The Frost Maiden surely sculpted these herself. The work of a true artist, I am 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna roll an insight check because I already know this bullshit.
By the way, as we're traveling along, I would like to just move next to Velen and say something to her. Just the two of us, I guess.
Yes, what is it, Stella?
Look, this is the second person that's hinted at you not being who you are. And, well, we trust you. We've trusted you with our lives and assume you trust us with yours, but do not have this, what should I say? Don't turn out to be a traitor or something. I would have to be very cross with you, and, well, we don't want that, do we?
Well, let me be frank with you. I long to discover what's in the lost city of the Nithrin, this Yithrin place. That is my end goal. You guys have been proven valuable allies. I shall assist you, if indeed Auriel is here, I'll assist you to the best of my ability. As I said, I came from the Arcane Brotherhood. loaded just to the south up here, and there was nothing the arcane, the Brotherhood desires knowledge and power. And whatever is inside Yithrin will surely do that. I am not the only person here searching for such knowledge. I mean, you already met Dazan. We mentioned that you saw him burning in East Haven. And we briefly had his assistance as a simulacrum became to life, but we also saw the goo it became. Nas, of course, was the other member of the Arcane Brotherhood. He was also searching for there. And since we're all searching for it, we never really were allies, as you saw from Nat stealing the orb from me. But there is still one more player. She is a tiefling, is a white tiefling, and she goes by the name of Avarice. I don't know where she is.
I think we might have found her on top of Kelvin's cairn, if I remember correctly. So I don't think she's with us. It seems you're the only one.
You found a tiefling at the top there. It was not a white tiefling.
Oh yeah, okay. Avarice. Avarice. But these people I don't know what Avarice thinks of you, but they all seem to hate you. Why? Is it the necromancy accusations that Dazan
It is just
accused you of?
It is them trying to form enemies. I mean, we are all looking for the same things. As much as they can disparage me, they will disparage me as much as they can. But there is. I mean, let's just assume whatever they say is true. I've been nothing but a valuable ally. I've helped you. I've guided you. I literally helped you save the 10 towns. You take it for truth. What these say these lies are true. I hope you remember the dogs I helped, and without the dogs, surely the 10 towns would have fallen.
I know, and I do trust you. I'm forthright with you right now. I just don't want a reason for that trust to evaporate if something comes to light.
Well, understood. And I think it's fair to say that trust goes both ways as well. I've trusted you, you've trusted me. So I think we have a mutual understanding. As long as we remain allies, as long as our paths go in the same direction, then we have no reason to doubt each other.
No, we don't. And I'll give her a nod and just move back in marching order.
Okay, so you're continuing to head south, the professor continuing to give you useless advice in your ear stacks. But you do find the edge of the mountain range. Do you follow the edge of the mountain range to get to the southernmost point?
Yeah.
They're just tracking along.
And constantly keep an eye out to look for the best part to scale it.
Okay, nothing scaling here, but you do notice a bunch of caves on the side of the mountain. If you notice no other caves up to this point.
Do I also see any tracks?
Let me just check. Make a survival check.
I'm probably gonna ask Stallo's help when I see the caves to get a look for tracks.
Yep.
Ooh, very good. You do pick up numerous tracks. In fact, with a 29 survival, you noticed 7 areas of tracks kind of coming forth from these caves. You only see 4 caves from your vantage point, and these are indeed tracks of Yetis. Now, something to note with the 29. You've encountered Yetis on Calvin's Cairn. You suspect these are those type size Yetis. They're not the large Yeti prints you found before from this thing that was hunting you.
Okay. So guys, Zelov and I have done some reconnaissance, and I believe there are about 7 Yetis. The normal variety on top of the large one we encountered earlier. I think we should try to stay quietly and move on. I'd rather not encounter them all at once. Or at all, to be honest.
I agree.
Well, if you're stealthing away, I'll need stealth checks from everyone.
I'm gonna say to the Professor Orb, you understand, the other Yetis. I'm gonna have to ask you to remain perfectly quiet. If you say anything for the next half hour, I will put you in the bag of holding.
The orb says very quietly, everybody, close. Something I think will be very pertinent to our current situation. I assume you'll hover close to the Professor Orb, and he says, look, I've done some reconnaissance, and I suspect there are Yetis here. I suggest everybody remains quiet, and we head south as quietly as we can.
Deep sigh. I'm just gonna say, remember what I said, and I'm gonna stealth off.
Okay, so,
I'm gonna cast Enhance ability on myself for dexterity, so I get advantage stealth roll.
I think we already have advantage on stealth due to the snow, don't we?
that's
Yeah,
true.
we do.
That is true. It's very easy to
Oh,
hide
if-
in here.
If that's true, then I won't cast it.
Okay, and do I call Berlin? Dexterity and advantage. Alright, so the worst one was Theodore, looks like.
Snuggles, yeah.
Oh, that was Snuggles, sorry, Snuggles. Yeah, Snuggles. So Snuggles making a bit of a racket. That's kind of his scrubby.
We have a pass without a trace on, right?
No.
Oh no? Okay. Then 11 is the worst, yeah.
Quietly you're going. The professor says, watch out for that. A quiet voice trying to be as helpful as he can, but doing the opposite.
The moment he says something, I'm gonna grab him out of the air and go to Theodore and put him in the bag of holding.
No,
That's what
do not do that. And as you grab him, you notice
I made myself very clear.
there is no real way for him to resist. You notice that there's actually a ghostly hand underneath the orb, and you suspect it's moving itself around by mage handing itself. Now, mage hand is more than enough to hold it up, but it can only hold 5 pounds, and there's nothing the orb can do to resist. But it does. No, don't put me in that bag! Don't put me in that bag! Don't put me! And he's in the bag.
Theodore just braces himself for the detonation of the bag of holding, just in case.
What's in the bag of holding? Theodore, do you have that listed somewhere?
Of course.
Mainly a lot of gold.
Wow, that's quite the list.
Oh, and a wand of Orcus.
Yep.
Yeah, Asterix was the name of the tiefling on the side of the mountain. Just reminds me.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not Avarice, but Asterix.
Mm.
Okay, so with the orb gently stuffed inside the bag of holding, and no longer having the prattling in your ear, you continue to follow the range of the mountain to the south. Following it round This is the ice garden you initially found. And you come. And you do find. Managed to skirt this last time you're here, but you do find a trail leading up the mountain.
At this point, I'm gonna take Professor Orb out of the bag again.
Do not do that again. I am the leader of this party. You must respect my decisions. I am in charge. Do not get anywhere without me. The codicil of vital bits be meaninglessly.
He goes back in.
Okay. That's my sentence was cut short.
And then I'm gonna look to the rest. Sorry guys, but I can't.
It's okay. This is better, much more enjoyable, this quiet.
Okay, so this path. Please, Malcolm, continue.
Sure. Sure.
If it's not too steep and difficult, or if it starts to get too steep, I can probably cast Enhance ability to enhance dexterity on some of us.
Following this path is relatively easy. It's steep in places, but nothing a little bit of help with each other can alleviate. So, whoops. So you do follow the path up, up, and you see before you this is what you see. So rising before you is a 600-foot tall mountain of glacier ice. Its peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown. And while you were heading up these things, eventually you found some steps. And the southern slopes are enormous stairs hewn from ice. These steps, which extend from about halfway up the mountain, are clearly made for giants, and they're a good 4 foot tall for each of these steps. So as you approach this castle, you have to kind of haul yourself up on these steps, and you're now maybe 50 foot from kind of the base of the skull, which you see a door as well.
This looks like the entrance to... Is there anything behind, or is it... Yeah. Does it look like the temple, or...
And you saw the art. You can make your own decision.
Yeah. Probably.
Someone very friendly lives here, obviously.
Stacks, would you mind checking it out with the spyglass? See if you notice one.
Sure. See what I can see. I'll guide
So make a
myself and
perception
check
check.
it out.
Great perception check. Okay, it's hard to get an angle, kind of like through the nose or the eye. You're just not in an appropriate position from it. You do get a closer bead on the door, and you see some writing on the door. What languages do you speak, Stax?
Common, primordial, elfish.
You can't make out what it says. It's in a language you do not understand.
I point it out and give the spyglass to everyone, so maybe someone can read it.
I touch you stacks and give you ability to read any language.
With that, Stax, the letters suddenly make sense to you. It is in Dwarford, and that's what you see written on the door.
Dwarven.
Skylar. Do I know if it means anything?
Since I spent times among dwarves, could I make a history check if that rings a bell?
You can.
And the word itself doesn't have a special meaning.
Without advantage, sorry.
Yeah. So you take back and spending your times with dwarves doesn't mean anything that you can work out. I'm going to say what you do deduce, though, is these letters are huge. So while it's in Dwarvish, maybe they were written by dwarves. And that might mean, by grim scale, doesn't actually mean anything to you.
Okay. Would I know if they're more like Duragar letter? I know the size isn't correct for either, but I don't know. Is the style more Duragar or is it just something completely else?
Just a second. You do know that Duragars speak both Dwarvish, more or less the same as you. It's kind of like, I don't know, the difference between the east coast of the states and the west coast of the states. It's like, due to the sheer distance, there's different inclinations, different accents, but other than that, no. You do know that Duragar also know Undercommon. So it could have been a Duragar.
Okay. What time of day is it right now? How long did it take us to get here?
I'd say about midday.
Well, I'll relay what I think I know about this, and I'll just add if it is Duragar. I mean, in the morning I can enable that lantern of revealing to reveal invisible creatures, but for now, all I have is see invisibility. And I'll cast See Invisibility on Stax and tell him to just check the castle again if he sees anything with that spell on.
Okay. So piercing once again through the periscope. Looking around. You can't make out any more deep details. There's a door that plainly heads into it. That's all you can make out.
So, let's just start checking it out.
So you approach the
Want
door.
Gonna make us more stealthy.
I don't think it's needed, but well, you can always go for it.
Yeah, I can. I'll cast Pass Without Trace as we move closer.
Okay. So make your stealth checks if you so choose.
Still with advantage.
Yes. So with advantage and with a +10.
Ooh.
Horrible roll. Only 25.
So you're saying with a natural 4, you rolled 26?
And 25. I didn't have guidance.
25.
Didn't use it.
So you rolled 4 and get a 25. That's rough. 27, 23. Spell in temporarily. Let you go. Shoot here. Check. Ah, there we go. 31. So you all get within touching distance of the door, confident in your ability to stealth. What do you do?
Start heading up to the door.
Okay. So you're within touching distance of the door now. Something I should have mentioned, by the way. I just read it. So the steps end in front of a double door made from slabs of ice with dragon skulls and bones embedded in them. And carved into it is that dwarvish word you saw before, Grimscale.
It's a bar. It's a nightclub, basically. I'm pretty sure.
By the way, Stax has that scene visibility on for an hour, so just in case.
Keep that in mind. Nothing invisible is visible.
So, should we just knock on the front door?
Let's try to just open it.
Okay. Check for traps first.
Okay. Feel free to check for traps if you want.
I'll assist Stax with the investigation.
Okay. Stacks. Was Theodore look closely? Does not appear trapped. And these are, huge doors. Good 20 feet tall. Do you try to open them?
Yeah.
Okay, so Stax, give it a push, and surprisingly, the doors swing open. You're kind of bracing yourself to push these huge slabs of ice. And the windows crack open. What do they see? What does it reveal? It seems like the perfect place to stop, as I have to pick up my kids shortly. We'll find out what is in this place called Grimscale next week. Sound good, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Right, well, I look forward to seeing what happens in this castle next week. I know what could happen depending on what you do. Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys. Take care.
Thank
You
you.
go.